So this particular video is about a very important achievement in field of semiconductor chip from India, and this achievement is going to help us to basically challenge the GPS system which is owned by the US. Now, what has actually happened that a chip capable of powering accurate and high precision navigation, position and timing applications which will be using NavIC. Now, what is NavIC? I will discuss in some time, but this chip has been showcased in the Defense Space Symposium by a company called Elena Geosystems. Now, this is a Bangalore-based space startup which actually was incubated in IIT Kharagpur. It came out of IIT Kharagpur, and they have prepared this indigenously designed NavIC chip, which will use India's navigation satellite system, which is obviously NavIC, and it will be able to provide positioning services all across devices. Now, talking about what it can actually do, it is capable of powering accurate and high precision navigation, positioning, as well as timing applications while using the NavIC system. Now, to discuss something about NavIC, NavIC is actually India's regional satellite system, a navigation satellite system, also known as NavIC, which stands for Navigation with Indian Constellation, which uses a total of 7 satellites. So total of 8 satellites has been launched for the NavIC system, but right now one is inactive. 7 satellites are currently working in the NavIC system. Okay, it is a regional satellite system, means it will be able to serve the territory of India and 1,500 kilometers beyond the borders of India, but not global, but it's a regional system. Now, this was showcased at the Defense Space Symposium, which was organized in Delhi. It was organized by ISPA, which is the Indian Space Association, with collaboration of the DRDO. And here, our DRDO chairman was presented with this chip. Okay. Now, moving on, let's talk about this particular processor. Okay. Now, this particular processor is very important for us because it is a multifunctional system. And the chair of this Elena Geosystems, who is a retired Lieutenant Colonel V.S. Wellen, he is also the founder of this company and also the Chief Technology Officer. He also formally handed a chip to the Chief of Defense Staff, who is General Anil Chauhan. You can see it in the picture. And he was handed over this. And then he also said that they are very thrilled to present this particular fully designed and developed NavIC chip, where the processor will give India a huge edge, as both the government as well as the private sector can move away from their dependence on the American GPS system. Right now, Elena has also applied for a patent on this technology, which, if granted, will make Elena the first Indian indigenous company to deal with such navigation chips. Okay. Now, the plan is initially to make 10,000 of these chips, and 200 of this will be supplied to the Bharat Electronics Limited, which is obviously a PSU. Apart from this, now let's talk about the company a bit. Now, this Elena Systems actually, so this is the photo of Lieutenant Colonel V.S. Wellen, who is the Chief Technological or Technical Officer and the founder. Now, this Elena system was actually incubated in IIT Kharagpur, as I have already told you, in 2012, and has been the part of the Indian Space Association for the while. Okay. This is not the first time Elena Systems has done something, but even in 2019 April, it had produced a processor which can process NavIC S band, L5 band. Now, what are bands? These are basically spectrums of signals, transmission signals of satellites and communication waves. So they can process these bands. It can also process Gagan. Now, Gagan stands for GPS aided geo augmented navigation system. Now, Gagan system is basically navigation for commercial airlines or aircrafts. It can also process GPS, geo positioning system, yes, as well as the Russian GLONASS signals. Now, GLONASS is Russia's answer to America's GPS. So, a lot of global navigation systems are also there apart from GPS. GPS is one of them. GLONASS is Russia's. We have Galileo as well, which is European Union's and is also said to be more accurate actually as compared to the GPS. And China has a system called Baidu. So we have 4 global navigation systems. Now, India has a regional navigation system in NavIC. On the other hand, Japan also has a regional navigation in QZSS. Okay. So that's all you need to know about this technology. I hope this was productive and take care. Happy preparation.